You will have somebody who's vegan, somebody who's vegetarian, and somebody who's an absolute wholesale meat eater.
Carnivorous.
And combine the entire lot.
Carnivorous, carnivores. I like it. Rare. Still running around. Graham, tell us about what you...
Well, I just sort of eat. I don't really have any... I live on my own. I don't have any particular food thing, but I've noticed I'm becoming more flexitarian. When I
What?
Flexitarian.
What the hell is that?
Well, that's one of these new words. That means that I eat meat and vegetable, but I eat more vegetable. So I'm probably sometimes half to 3/4 vegetarian, and I'm doing that mostly for health reasons. I like the taste of meat, but when I eat more and more vegetables because it makes me feel nicer, it's lighter, and also there's less of the meat fats. Maybe there's vegetable fats which are healthier, but there's less meat. Meat fats are a big cause of obesity and heart problems.
Why do people give themselves this label? Meat eaters, vegetarian, pescatarian. Taking the pescatarian.
I don't know. I mean, the thing.
What did you call yourself?
Flexitarian. Yeah. I don't mind.
Alright, yeah, okay, Shaz, what you got to say on food? Main meal, main diet, is there, do you like it 4 legs? you like animals that have 4 legs, 2 legs?
No, I don't eat no red meat.
Okay.
And I do not eat chicken, so, I'm maybe a pescatarian. I eat fish sometimes, but mainly, like Graham said, vegetables. If I do eat any food, there's always more veg than anything else. So I'm leaning towards more like the vegan side because I have a lot more days where I don't eat no meat.
Well, my best friend is a vegetarian, and when I go to visit him, go to Bristol to visit him, we always have vegetable sort of meals. And he's a very good cook, and it's delicious.
Well,
it's lovely.
The Indians were good because they do a vegan vegetarian curry, and they did that long before this trendy thing.
Well, you say that, but
it was their origin, wasn't it?
Rastafari's been eating idol food for a long time, which is what you would another word for
ITAL food.
ITAL food, which is like no meat again. So it's just another word for veganism, but Rastafari has been eating like that from before it was fashionable. So
give us a little bit more about the vegetables and stuff in Jamaica. Is it spinach? Is it what kind of
There's
fruits?
So many different.
Yam.
You've got breadfruit, you've got okra, a lot of the fruit and vegetables you've got green banana, your plantain, yams. There's a lot of vegan food, Caribbean vegan food that is quite good for you.
Okay, that's good, yes.
Well, I've read that in many poor parts of the world, people eat very little meat because it's expensive. So partly the climate allows them to grow lots of vegetables, and they eat a lot of vegetables. It's the easiest thing to grow and to eat, and it's very cheap for them.
Forget about cheap, it's good for your health, because my grand's always said to me, quality is better than quantity. We can say, it's cheaper to eat vegetables, but a lot of the time when you go to restaurants, the vegan meal or the salads are very expensive in England.
But here's what, right? Depending on where you're at, when they have the swarm of locusts, do you know they eat that as a delicacy?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
What the Chinese? How many variety of different kind of the crickets? There's fried crickets.
They eat disgusting stuff.
Right? There's grubs that you find in trees and stuff, right? So in one sense, you can adapt to your environment. If not, your environment will adapt to eating you. But you adapt to your environment. There's one thing that really gets me sometimes when I see these thing when they ask for fundraising for famine in Africa and what have you, and you see a child with a bloated stomach, right? Now, the stuff they've given aminos, right? And it's from the stuff they have given the child. They've imported, not if they've given the child the local stuff and what their digestive system is used to. Also, the funny thing about diet is that whatever you were brought up on when you were younger, it will be the most, where you're from, your body and your people have learned to live on that. It is now part of you. There's that saying about one man's meat is another man's poison. It is literally so.
Yes.
So as you grow older and you move away, the food in this new place can be toxic to you, right? And I think this is what over here, food-wise,
Well, funny you said that, because for many Chinese people, they've lived for a long time without milk. Except maybe possibly in Manchuria. I don't know enough about this. There's always clauses in all statements. But maybe in the far north of Manchuria, maybe they have cows there. I don't know enough about it, so don't quote me here. But generally speaking, they don't drink milk, and their bodies are not adapted to take milk, so they have reactions. But the Europeans Europeans have cultivated like cows,
drinking milk,
and the North Americans for such a long time that they're very lactose tolerant.
But as you said,
genetically,
let me
which is
just
strange, evolution.
touch on that. England and America are like the two main countries that adults still drink milk past infancy. Why? It doesn't even make sense. Like, why do we drink milk as adults?
Why would you want to be judgmental on people that have a
I'm not
different
being
diet from you?
judgmental, I'm having an opinion, which I'm entitled to. But what I'm saying is, after infancy, what is the need for milk?
right? And if you go back to diet,
Okay, you have no answers.
yeah,
No, I don't have an answer. I don't, because I
Right,
really
that's
don't
my
understand the question. The question doesn't have, it doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't.
Right, so most babies drink milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and women are able to breastfeed children, yeah? Now, after infancy, we continue to give them milk. Why?
I
mean,
really
Nobody can
can't-
answer that.
This has no relevance. I just enjoy
no,
it.
this is
I'm
definitely
not
a
talking
question.
about infancy, I'm talking about drinking
This is
milk.
definitely a question for the
I agree.
ladies. The men can't answer this one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The man can't answer. This is the ladies' one. This is where the ladies of
But
the village.
for instance, you have cereal and milk.
Yeah.
There are so many sort of children who have cereal and milk for breakfast before they go to school.
Yummy, yummy.
And they're perfectly healthy.
Right,
And
now,
if, for example, I mean, okay, I come from Ireland, and traditionally it's sort of farming and whatever, and there is actually an excess of dairy farming. That's also because of the EEC and all the rest of it, the subsidies. But we've never thought of milk as being anything other than a healthy product.
this is my point.
It depends on, it's like anything else. If you take too much of something, if you rely too heavily